Hey guys, Coach Becca here, and welcome. I'm going to lead you through a new injury prevention video. No fancy names today, but we will be focused primarily on hip, shoulder, knee, ankle, joint mobility, stability or the ability to balance, and flexibility. So we're really just going to take care of the body today. Think of this as a rejuvenation, prehabilitation, prevent injury type session. The only thing that you might want to have is something stable like a wall or even a chair nearby you just for some of the exercises that I'm going to take you through. But generally speaking, all you need is just space on the floor. So one of the things that I like to do is start at the bottom and work our way up. So we're going to start at the ankle joint. We're going to do one of my favorite exercises, and that's the ABC for ankle mobility. If you really struggle with your balance, you might want to sit down for this one just on a chair or hold on to something, like I said. So you're going to stand on one leg, and you're just going to draw capital letters A, B, and C as large as you can. So we're really kind of focusing on just getting all the movements of the ankle going here, okay? So just take your time now. We'll do about 60 seconds per side, but you just focus on the ankles, okay? So here we go. Draw the letter A and just kind of notice like internal, external rotation of the foot or whatever fancy names you want to call, pronation, supination, extension, flexion. We can go through all those, but really it's just make your movement big and try to really just stretch and feel the snap, crackle, pops of that ankle joint. The goal, again, for mobility is a range of motion. So that's why I keep encouraging, make those letters really big, really stretch it out. Avoid turning your whole leg because we want the ankle to do all the work here. Maybe take some deep breaths as you're going through this. And if it's hard for you to focus on doing letters, you can just draw circles different directions as well. Let's go through one more round of the letters A, B, and C. You don't have to go directly with me. You can be doing these at your own pace, and you'll feel this balancing leg get a little fatigued. That's okay. Kind of a 2-for-1 there. Mobility and stability. Great job. Okay, let's try that on the other side now. Okay, here we go. Other leg. Just drawing the capital letters A, B, and C. For my young athletes, if you're working out with your parents, you want to practice the alphabet, you could just draw the entire alphabet if you like. I have had my athletes do that before for fun too. So just opening up that ankle joint. Taking some breaths, seeing how the body's feeling today. Our perceived effort for this session is really going to be very easy. There might be challenging moments where a joint feels weak, unstable, or not mobile. So therefore, it might feel hard, but our heart rate's going to stay low. You're not going to feel sore from this workout. This is a take care of you type of session. You don't have to be an athlete. This is just for you being a human being. Let's go ahead and do one more round of ABCs. Cool. All right, let's work on the knees next, okay? We're going to do a movement that I haven't done in quite some time, but it's one of my favorites. If you would like to put down a towel or a pillow, if you've had any knee injuries before, and it just hurts to be kneeling, you know what I mean? There's a little discomfort. You can do that like so, okay? We're going to start with the toes extended into some of you based on your body. You might have to keep the toes flat. We're going to do two versions, and that's one with the ankles extended and one with the ankles flexed. So sit down, sit. What you're going to do is start kneeling like I am. Cross your arms. Keep the toes pointed back. Take a deep breath and just kind of brace through that midsection so you don't feel like you're arching your back. Maybe squeeze the glutes together a bit just so you feel rigid, if that's a cue that you like. And we're really flexing at our knees now, leaning back as far as we can, feeling the stretch in the quads, and then coming back up. So inhale, lean back with just a nice rigid core as our local eagle flies over our lake here searching for some dinner. Leaning back, staying rigid. And if your quads are super tight like mine are, this might feel just a little bit painful. You might get really far back there if your muscles are a little bit more fresh. Let's just do a few more here, and then we'll try some with the ankles flexed. Okay, one more now. Okay, now we're gonna just pop up here. And if you've got something going on where this doesn't work for you, that's fine, okay? And my knees are just shoulder width apart here too. So I'm just kind of showing you from the side here. Hopefully you get a good grasp of the exercise. And let's do 5 more now with the ankles in a different position. Here we go. Inhale, nice and rigid as you lean back, flexing at the knee joint, and then coming up. Feel the stretch in the quads. Okay, 3 more. Work it. Ooh, that's tough. Good. 2 more. One more. Nice job. You might not have needed that mat, but if you needed to, that's fine, okay? The next one that we're going to do, still at the knees, is, I guess we could call these rotations at the knee. We're going to focus on our knee joint and just the ability of our knees to rotate, which is kind of an interesting concept that I didn't realize until my early 30s, that my knees were actually able to rotate. So what we're going to do here is just kind of pick up. It doesn't matter really how you're seated, just really whatever is comfortable for you. We're just going to pick up one leg, okay? We're going to flex at the ankle, and I'm just holding here because I don't want my hip to start taking over. It would be easier to make the movement happen if the hip started working. We just want to focus on the knee joint, okay? So with my foot pointed up towards the ceiling, I'm just going to place one hand on my shin, and I'm just going to rotate my foot back and forth and kind of feel that shin just kind of going side to side with that movement, okay? We're going to add on from here, but I just want you to feel how the knee can actually rotate. It's kind of cool. Try to have good posture here because we will add on to this movement. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Okay, back to that starting position. So kind of just rotate that foot outwards, and I want you to straighten your knee out now while your foot's rotated out. And then I want you to flex it. Okay, now I want you to turn the toe inwards, and then I want you to straighten the leg out. And again, don't let your whole leg open up. I want you to rotate, extend, and if you've got tight hamstrings, you might need to lower that leg down. Okay, and then kind of bring it back in as you flex. But what we're doing is essentially rotating at the knee, extending, and then flexing. Okay, so these are just movements that the knee can do. Good, let's do this last one here, and then try the other side. Okay, and again, if you've got tight hamstrings, just lower that leg down a little bit, okay? Here we go. So let's just start kind of getting a feel for the knee, okay? Here we go. Side to side, kind of just get a feel, build an awareness of the joint, the knee joint. Make sure that hip doesn't start kind of trying to get in there. Side to side. And again, depending on how your muscles, how fatigued your muscles and your body and your mind are when you do this session, it might look a little differently if you do a really hard workout one day and then do this, or if you're really rested, you know, that will impact things a little bit. So don't be afraid if it feels like it's not linear when you repeat this workout. Okay, so let's begin some flexion and extensions along with these rotations, okay? So go ahead and rotate the foot, extend the leg, lowering if you need to, and then flex at the knee. Rotate again, extend, and then flex. Okay. Just kind of watching everything so that you're really focused on building the knee, the strength in the knee. Okay. Good. Let's do one more in each kind of direction, quote unquote. Great. Awesome. And let's just take a little moment here to work on our flexibility now. Since I mentioned tight hamstrings, let's just stretch them out now, okay? So let's do a seated forward bend. 30 seconds. Great for the lower back, great for your hamstrings. 15 more seconds. Just a moderate hamstring stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. All right. Let's move on to hips. Okay. So, turn my mat, slide my support crew just up a little bit. Good job, buddy. Okay. So, I'll show you this direction first. Actually, you know what? Facing you is probably going to make it a little easier for you to visualize. So, on all fours, we're going to do some side leg lifts and a little side leg stretch. So, just go ahead and extend one leg out to the side while you're on all fours. And I just want you to sit back into a nice hip stretch. Maybe get your shoulders a little bit of a stretch too. Go ahead and come on up to all fours, leaving the leg extended directly parallel to the hip. Brace through your core so it doesn't feel like you're arching your back at all. And you're going to lift the leg up as high as you can and hold. Ready? Brace, lift up, hold. 5, 4, arms straight. 3, 2, 1. Relax down. You might get a cramp here and you might have to just do this and relax. That's okay. Okay? Here we go. Ready? Squeeze the stomach. Lift up as high as you can. Hold. Hold. Relax. Deep breath. Squeeze the midsection. Lift up. Relax. 2 more. Inhale. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Lift up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. All right. So let's do that same thing on the other side. I still have this just feels good on the knees if you're a little beat up. But you can be doing this without a mat or blanket. All right. Here we go. Let's stretch it back first. Leg out to the side, stretching back. Bring it up. Okay. Remember that first one's always a little irritable. Okay. Squeeze everything, arms straight. Ready? Lift the leg up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Again, lift up. Woo. Relax. Deep breath. I know. I feel it too, guys. Lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'll just show you from a different angle here on these last two in case you're still wondering about the logistics. Brace and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. My TerraPlant's doing really well. And lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Okay. Let's stand. Good job. Okay. Gonna open up the hips a little bit. That's good lateral training. Honestly, kind of a little bit of just, I always feel like mobility is strength training, but specific to joints. So it's not like doing bicep curls, but it'll allow you to keep doing a lot of other things. So if you need to hold on to something, you absolutely can. I'll try to show you this one from different angles. I'm gonna start small and build up a little bit. What we're gonna do is bring the knee up, so that's gonna be hip flexion, all right? And then we're just gonna rotate outwards and then come back inwards and then lower down. We'll add on another rotational piece, but for some of us that just might not be appropriate. So you can always just do this lower level, okay? Lift up, rotate out, rotate in, lower down. 3 more. Up, out while you're staying squared up. 2 more. You could do this without holding on, but the goal is maximum mobility at the hip. So if you feel like you get more mobility, just hold on to something. And we're going to add on from here. So it's the same up and out. Now here's the tricky part. You're going to just begin to tilt the ankle and rotate so that the hip, what we don't want to do is this, okay? You want to keep that knee in line with the hip if you can, and just give me a little bit of hip internal rotation. Kind of like you're peeing on a fire hydrant standing up. If you were a dog, they could probably do these very easily. So let's try to do 3 of those, really quality ones, okay? Flex at the hip. Roll the knee outwards. Try to keep that knee up as high as you can. Kind of like you're trying to pour water out the spout here. And I do like to hold on to something because you might feel yourself just leaning, right? Which would make the hip not have to do the work. So be conscious of that. Okay, I think that's 1 more. So let me just face this way. Great job. Let's go to the other side. I'll bring my chair over for this one. Face this direction. The slower you can go on these, the better. Okay? I know it's boring, but I can't help you there. Up, out, in, down. We'll do 4 more of these. If that internal addition, that internal rotation bit, that kind of pouring out the spout move we did, if that just, you didn't feel ready for that, start with this. Great one to do in front of a mirror, even if it looks a little ugly at first. The more you do it, the prettier it will get. Okay, so we're going to show you how to add on from here now on the 5th rep. Up, out. And here's where I do like to hold on to something so I don't turn my torso. So you want to try to do 3 really good ones. Or about 8 reps of level 1. Let's do 1 more, and then we'll move on to the spine. We've got spine and shoulders to go through. You can also do a variation of this on all 4s. Great job. All right. Spine time. One of my favorites for the spine is the open book, as well as the windmill. So I'm not going to do a ton of reps of either one. I want to do both just to kind of show you. I like the windmill because you also get a really great hamstring and lower back stretch. So let's start with that one. 1 arm up. Sorry. Hopefully it's not being really hard to hear. 1 arm up, okay? And what you're going to do is send the other arm down nice and wide on the feet. Okay, so once you watch me do 1, just look up at the top hand, okay? You're going to swivel through your spine. You can rotate at the shoulder a bit as well and hinge at the hips. That's a lot going on, so let's put it together. Rotate through your spine, hinge at your hips, rotate slightly through the shoulder. Come on up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, let's hold it for a 5 count. Inhale. Hold as far as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way up. Good. Other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's hold on this last one. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right. Now, the open book stretch is a wonderful spine mobility and also a lower back stretch. So what we're going to do is just bring it down to the floor, 90 degrees at the knees and hips. Arms to one side. Open like the letter T. Both knuckles are on the floor. And then close. And we'll do 5 on each side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it open. You're just going to lift the legs up and lower them to the other side. And that in and of itself is an exercise. You can just go back and forth a couple times if you want. That feels lovely. Here we go, other side. Just rotate a little bit so you can see it. We'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can hold it open and just rock those legs back to center and bring it up. Okay, it's time for some shoulder love, okay? Shoulders can do a wide range of movements, just like the hips. They're both ball and socket joints, so a lot movements are possible, but so are a lot of injuries I have found because of that. So I guess we can oftentimes trace injuries back to the some of those joints. I don't have a great wall to do this on, but I want you to do a wall chest stretch. So I guess I could maybe show you here, but this is a nice way to work in some flexibility. You want to just put your palm up against the wall, your hip as well. And then I like to step forward with the opposite foot and just turn the shoulders, open it, and just feel, you want to be nice and close to the wall. Feel that bicep and chest stretch and hold. So just starting with a little flexibility. I know we've done mostly flexibility and mobility. Haven't done much stability today, but maybe we'll end with some. Okay, and then try that on the other side. So just place your palm against the wall. Place your hip against the wall. Step forward with the opposite foot to the arm that you're stretching, and stay nice and close to that wall, and just slowly rotate outwards so that you get a nice stretch in your bicep and chest. Those are muscles that kind of work through the shoulders, so we want to make sure that those stay nice and supple so that we can also have good mobility. Great. And relax. All right. Kind of snuck that one in there. I always want to work it in, but I feel like it just is hard to do with my setup. So thanks for working through that. We've done 90-90s a lot. We've done shoulders, cars a lot. We're going to do just 3 per side, and then I'll end with a little stability since I brought it up. So go ahead and place your palm facing your center. Inhale and lift that arm up. Rotate your palm outwards and lower down, keeping that hand as far back as you can, all the way back up, around, and down. You do want to kind of minimize a little bit of that rotation through the midsection. You want to really keep the rotation in the shoulder. Inhale. That's why I like to do these up against a wall, because it really keeps you honest. Just a couple circles like so. You could also, if you've done these with me before, grab a tennis ball or a light weighted ball. Let's just do a few more for fun. That feels pretty good. Great exercise for swimmers, pitchers, quarterbacks, basketball players, or anyone that just needs to keep the shoulders and the posture up to par. Good. Let's try the other side now. Again, we're kind of just running through the movements of the shoulder, primarily flexion and extension and just some rotation. There's always that sticky spot when you go to reach back. Let's do one more, and then we'll finish with just a classic stability exercise. It'll be a single leg reach to an overhead reach with the opposite arm. So I like doing cross body type work, okay? So you're gonna reach with your right arm and then the left leg's gonna go back, okay? So if you're kind of really struggling with your balance, I want you to have soft knees, hinge at your hips, and just keep that back leg on the ground. See how most of my weight's in the front, okay? Level 2, take flight on the back. Really extend, like really get up there, okay? Really open up that back leg. None of that lazy stuff. Really try to get a little bit of a push in. Now, if you can also drive that leg through at the top. That makes it a little bit more running specific. Okay, so those were practice. Let's do 5% and then we'll call it a workout. Okay, guys? Here we go. Reach. 1. Reach. 2. Reach. 3. Reach. 4. Reach. 5. Other side. Reach. 1. Reach. 2. Reach. 3. Reach. 4. Reach. 5. Cool. Well, it's turned out to be almost a 30-minute session, and I just love that. I was personally dragging my heels getting this done today, but you guys helped me out, helped me get it done, and I appreciate that. So, you know, it's never super fun or cool to do mobility, but you sure do feel better after, don't you? So thank you for joining me today. Great session to do once a week, once a month, however often you can get back to it. Thanks for just kind of touching base with all the major joints today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again next time, whatever the session ends up being. Have a great day, guys.